Stace. I hope you like the new segment, Letters to Stacy. Anyway, what I want you guys to understand, and I'm seeing, you know, I'm feeling, let's just say I'm feeling stronger and stronger about this, and Angie Marie just sent me a video of Maverick, and I need to show you guys that, because it was him all, and it was after I had said about not getting him all hyped up for the ball, but it was the dog all hyped up for the ball, and then it was kind of, you know, like, you know, the other ones to let, you know, clear my path because I'm going to go get the ball, sort of,
yeah,
you know.
That way they can get through.
Yeah, and that's the exact reaction they were having. Birdie's like, what is she doing? He probably just thought I was pushing him away from the food. Mm-hmm. So we do not want to get them all hyped up with the ball. That's why he does have some frustration behaviors that Bumpers does not have as much. Anyway, so what I want to do, where's my sound box? Oh, just dropped it on the ground. And if I said he was looking for the towel, and he saw me picking up this remote with the towel, I'm a terrible trainer. But he chose to be by me there. So I'm going to be very surgical about how I put the leash on. You know, and that's what you want to think of yourself. I want this dog to be indifferent to the leash. When somebody tells me they've got a dog that gets all excited when it sees the leash, I say partly the reason that it's like that, because it feels it's going to be in control of the dynamic. I'm excited then too. I'm excited when I feel like I'm going to be in control of the dynamic. All right, look. Zoe! Good girl! So I'm actually training two at once. I'm multitasking. But when you've got dogs that live with other dogs, you're going to have to do that. All right, so what's happening here is the leash is getting tight because it's inadvertently getting tangled. And you can see I'm doing a very, very good job, girl, of ignoring. If I was to suddenly try to start getting this thing away and acting like it was real interesting to me, I'll tell you what, he'd be trying to keep it away from me. So what I'm saying to myself, my job for today is to really get that down short up. I've got the recall going really good. I've got the healing going really good. And I need to be able to say to myself that I can use this collar to make the dog go down. Now, that's not what I'm saying to myself, Stacey. What I'm saying to myself is that you can use the collar to make this dog go down. And that we've done it so much that the dog actually defaults to that, thus replacing the behavior of jumping. And please don't say he didn't jump, because I've made a jumping montage video of when he first came, and I've edited it all together to music. And I'll tell you the kind of...
Now it's a film.
All right, but you see what happened? I was able to get him to abandon. I was able to get him to... All right, that was my nick on real low. I was able to get him to abandon. He's been default to that behavior. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful dog. He started to default to it, and I'm going to tell you, that's what I said 2 days ago, down. When you've got one, down. When you've got one, that's starting to default to the behavior, you know you're getting somewhere. And again, I hope you liked my analogy, Stace, of, yeah, we're going to stop using food. When George starts taking oranges for payment down there at the office.
Yeah.
You have to think of another job, whatever those jobs were. You know, these, I'm sure you used to watch that too, Stace, that, Leave It to Beaver, and all these, that went into syndication. And I'm not ever sure really what those fathers did, but whatever it was at an office. It was at an office where the uniform was a suit and then this hat. All right, so you know, I'm sizing things up here. I'm saying how willing of an individual do I have? You see what he's doing. He's got his little checks and balances. He's seeing what's going on with her. But I would say I'm going to tell you how I would know I had a more willing individual than this. The dog would be defaulting to that behavior, and he's not quite doing that yet, but let's go there and let's have our tells. So I am posturing every single second. He's watching everything I do. The first thing that's going to happen is my pager. Remy. So I'm feeding him right here. You're going to be feeding him less and less. Good. You don't. You can see where my leash is. I'm ready though. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, my second job is I don't want the... All right, so here comes the tells. The hand is going to drop down. I'm going to tell you what that tells me, girl. That tells me that he saw the tell and he didn't care. And so there is going to be a lot to it though, you guys. I mean, it's not going to be 2 weeks. And I'm sure that people say, we can train him in 2 weeks. She's a terrible trainer. Down. But it's really long term. There isn't. And what you've got to understand, and our drawing pad got wet. You know, you're down. You're good. You're going to have to maintain it at home. It's not just 2 weeks. You never use the collar again. You know, it's maintenance. All right, good. So what I'm going to do, what I'm trying to say to this dog is I want and need you to look for these tells. Because the foregone conclusion is once I commit to saying it, that's what's going to happen. Good. So I'm going to be as subtle as possible. He's watching every little... If I try to move this hand, he's going to see it. Remy.
Yay, yay.
This is training for when the neighbor poodle breaks loose. Good. What's kind of happening here is he's saying, all right, look, the hand is going to drop down. Yay. Donut. What inadvertently happened right there is he decided she's trying to steal my thunder. It's all posturing though, girl. Down. I didn't point or move my hand at all. If I would have done anything, what I should have done was my foot right there. I want to attract them. And this is what I want you to see. You kind of see us, you know, like the way Predator did. Remember that movie, The Predator, Down?
Is that an alien movie?
Yeah, where it like saw the humans as sort of an outline.
Yeah.
Like of heat. So that's kind of how he sees it. So any little movements and stuff, they're interpreting. If he looks at that dog, any movements of its tail and stuff, it's interpreting. Maybe that's what we need to invent. The human tail. Help your dog understand you better. And it's this automatic tail. Summer's like, okay, no.
We can do it.
Nope. No human tail. All right, look. So here we go. Remy. I'll tell you how he's doing. All right, so now I'm saying, this is going to be the tail. My hand is going to drop down. You precious, angelic dog. And I saved it at the end by getting him down there with the treat down. Because I'll tell you who he likes to jump around with. His little friend right here. Anyway, girl, he's doing fantastic. And really by design, I'm adding all this distraction. We've hired these dog actors to play. But again, if that's my expectation of normal, rather than I'm going to train the dog and then try to add these distractions, that's not the way we do it. Bye, girl.